might know this artwork, and I'll show you the artwork in just a minute. You're gonna fucking pick it up, aren't you? Now, among other things that this sweet, wonderful person has drawn, they're actually the first person to ever draw Adam. That's right. They were the one that actually did the debut picture for Adam, and it's one of my favorite pictures. I'm going to show it on the screen right now. This is one that you can actually get through the Patreon currently as a $5 patron as an art print. It is beautiful. Look at this. It's one of my favorite pictures. I really need to commission him to draw for me again because he's an awesome person. So he's making a new game. He made a bunch of really fantastic Lovecraftian adult games. So now he's doing one called Night Lesson. So this game you can play in English or Spanish, which is pretty cool. And we're going to be looking at the demo version of the English one. And when it comes out, I can tell you I'm going to do a full Let's Play. By the way, I love this character's design. I kind of want to see him draw Miko at some point. Let's dive in. If you've learned anything in all the years you've been alive, it's that knowledge is power. You've never excelled at anything. Nothing at all. You're not handsome. You're not smart. You're not good at anything in particular. But that time you found out that Cindy, the prettiest girl in high school, loved pizza with anchovies, you made good money selling the information to her fans. Then, with a little research, you also found out that she had a crush on Richard, the juvenile delinquent at your high school. That saved you from a beating the day Richard decided to punish you for wearing a cool Dungeons & Dragons t-shirt. But the best part was when you got to take a picture of the date they had. Yeah, you expected rampant sex in the park that night. That's why you brought a camera. Cindy was a real hottie, and Richard's reputation was that of a suave Latin stud, even though he was of Irish descent. You got your dick hard just thinking about seeing her panties. That's how much of a wanker you were. But it was a big surprise when you saw what happened. Richard, the badass, the tough guy, the big macho one of the school, crying on Cindy's shoulder, telling her how his family had a lot of problems. You definitely snapped a few pictures of the moment. Richard never bothered you again when you promised him that if he touched a hair on your head, you'd make copies of the photo and plaster them all over town. Anyway, as I was saying, information is power. You know that. And you also know that knowing too much brings problems. So you decided to avoid those little problems you got into by, well, knowing too much. Your plan is simple. Study. That's right. No one's looking for someone like you in high school. How are you going to study again at your age? Easy. Adult classes, night classes. The state is prepared for cases where people didn't have the opportunity to study when they were young. You're not very smart. Don't take it the wrong way. Smart people don't get in trouble. So taking in some honest-to-God culture won't hurt you. You always thought studies were silly. And look at you now, enrolled in night classes at Arkham Adult School. So this is in the same universe as his other games, which is awesome! You're thankful you don't need money or have to work. Your parents left you a nice inheritance, and you were rented an apartment a subway ride away from your new school. That's right. This will be your new life. Enrolled in night classes with little else to do, except to not attract too much attention. But who knows? Maybe something interesting will happen. No? You're thinking about all this while you're on your way to school. Excuse me, sorry, I had apple juice. You know it would be a good idea to take a walk around town. Kinda gives me the hiccups. After all, you're sure that there must be some interesting places around. The hallway knew better times. Messages from old poets decorated the walls and lockers. By the way, can we take a moment? Look at these backgrounds. Look at these backgrounds. I love him for how he draws. I love the coloration he does and stuff. If you haven't played his other games, I seriously suggest checking him out. He is a fantastic guy. Being in the adult class, you have none assigned to you. Today is the first day of school. You know you won't be doing much, but it'll do you some good to browse around. Finally decided, you walk through the door. Yeah, he's what he reminds me of, really, and I think why I've fallen in love with him so much, is he reminds me of how Bosco does the comic, where there is plenty to see in the backgrounds, but it's not overbearing. Like, for those who are, well, patrons, all of you, who've seen the comic pages for the upcoming issue, there's a lot of background stuff and a lot of details and things like that. And it doesn't overbear from what you're supposed to be paying attention to. Right now, we don't have anything other than backgrounds. Like, look at how he's doing the window. Look at the lighting in the window. Who made this? Nicaria. And you guys know Nicaria. I probably am actually saying his name wrong. He did... Oh, I'm so bad at it. He did a Lovecraft series that I fell in love with. One of the first series I actually did. Yeah, it's not too busy, which is really nice. Like, I've seen a lot of... Like, here's the thing. You can put detail in your backgrounds, which I always suggest you do if you're doing a game, a comic, or whatever. But you have a fine line between it being too busy and being just right. Especially when you want people to take notices of backgrounds, like certain things in the background and stuff. And also, I could rant about this for hours. But God, I love how he does the color. It's so unique. The classroom where you'll be taught is as old as the rest of the building. All of the classes are taught in the same classroom. Most of the people who attend these classes are quite quiet and respectful. Nothing like high school when you were young. But it seems that some people are interesting. It is Elise. Yes, Eloise or Elise. I've never been able to say the name right. That is, yes, he created her. Not a big fan of overly detailed backgrounds. Oh, that's why I will agree. I don't like it when backgrounds are too empty and too crowded. And it is a very, very hard line to walk. That's why we're very careful about it with the comic. But it seems that some people are interesting. Which, by the way, Nika, if you see this, because I'll never be able to say your screen name right, DM me on Patreon or something. I'm going to send you the comic, man. As a thank you for this. Especially some of the girls. You know the voice it's getting. Are you entertaining? So, okay. I should say something. This is being translated still from Spanish. So, some of the grammar and some of the translation's not going to be correct, which is fine. Some things I've been told are still in Spanish, which is fine. But, you know, just know this is the demo, so they're still working very hard on it. Are you entertaining? The teacher brings you out of your reverie. What is your name? I won't take my eyes off him, Manon. You don't pay much attention. After a while, they announce that today is just the presentation, and that class will start the next day. You get up and leave the classroom. People are leaving. Who knows where they're going? But you're still curious about what you can find in the city. At a slow pace, you head for the subway. The decoration of the subway catches your attention. The number of artists in the city must be increasing every night. There's hardly a space left for any graffiti. The seats could be worse. Oh yeah. Like right there. I'm gonna try to say this. Sin duda aladrona es le mejor. Yep, no, I can't even say it all. Entre zonas. From the subway, you can choose where to go. You haven't actually eaten all day, so maybe it'll be best to start by plugging that hole in your stomach before you keel over. The restaurant is called Impulse, the food, also known as El Impulse, or simply If. The chain is relatively new in town. The signature dish is pizza with octopus. God, wow. Is that a thing? I know, it may not sound very appetizing, but something's got to be different about the place, right? The rest of the menu is pretty standard. Seems like a good place to come for a bite to eat once in a while. This time you decide on a simple burger. It has to be really tough and chewy. What was that? That was something coming back up from my throat. The idea of... Okay. I don't like seafood. Like, I have a big... I do not eat it unless I absolutely have to. I don't know why. I just do not like seafood. So the idea... And I love pizza. So the idea of octopus on pizza makes me want to retch. Also, I've, handled actual living octopuses before. So it makes me want to retch. This time you decide on a simple burger. They take a short time to deliver it. The price is acceptable, and the taste is more than decent. With a full stomach, you decide to take a short walk. At a leisurely pace, you head for the subway. I'm curious, you guys in the chat, would you guys eat, like, octopus on a pizza? I know people eat anchovy, but would you guys eat octopus on a pizza? And also, is that an actual thing? What better place to start than near the sea? To stroll than near the sea. The sound and this... Holy shit, look at how nice that looks. Look at how he did the lighting. Woo. The sound and the smell of the sea is very relaxing. You can see a few people around here and there, but no crowds. Not a live one. I didn't mean eat a live octopus on the pizza. The lights in the center of the city rise into the sky like a torch in the dark. It's a beautiful place in its own way. From experience, you know that all that glitters is not gold. You know that the way the city must be, like all cities. Maybe a walk downtown will do you good to discover another interesting place. It's the same reason I can say I've had alpaca. How the hell did alpaca taste? The subway is almost empty. There is a certain quietness in the air. Star battle. Do you hear that? It's the sound of adventure. Without a doubt, video games are one of the best things human beings could invent. Something where stories get the last thing they need. Interaction. You decide what happens. You are the protagonist of the story. Like tough, lean steak. Huh. Interesting. It's like a little miracle. The arcade machines have been your ally against discomfort. Your mind was clear and refreshed after spending some time playing. The flashing lights relieve you of your worries. Many of the titles you've already played, but others catch your attention. No doubt you'll be back this way again at some point. But the accumulated fatigue of the whole day is starting to get the better of you. There's no one but you in the subway. I didn't know you could eat kangaroo. You take the opportunity to stretch your legs a bit, concentrating on the sound of the subway. Okay. I didn't know why that didn't change. The room is your apartment. Haha, evil eye, that's cute. You have a few things, but for now you don't need much. Just a place to write and shelves to store your collection of books and comics, as well as some merchandising and posters of your favorite games. The usual, even for someone your the usual, even for someone your age. The bed is comfortable, and the city lights remind you of a starry sky. You've had rattlesnake? I didn't know that you could eat Yeah, I guess you could eat rattlesnake, actually. The bed is comfortable, and the city light... Yeah, I don't know why it's not changing when I click it. You are lucky to find a place like this. From now on, it'll be your home. You lie in bed, looking out the window. The city is big, but the area you're moving through isn't. No doubt it'll be a good place to lay low. Not that you particularly care, but since you're signed up for classes, you'll possibly attend. If only to see the girls. Thinking about it makes you sleepy. Your dreams are assaulted by memories. Memories you must leave behind. At least for an hour. I hit my foot. Your bedroom's comfortable and quiet. Alright, so we have a couple of choices here. Oh, okay, so a different type of save screen than we're really used to. Let's look around. The rattle of the subway relaxes you. Okay, so we can go to a couple of different places. Let's go check out the arcade. The arcade has the same atmosphere as always. It is, perhaps, one of the places where you feel most comfortable. Let's play. In the future, if the project goes ahead, we could add more games like the one you are going to play. Hey, there he is! It's Nicaradia. I'm gonna call him Nick. Nick. Or Nick. Yeah, you know what? Nick. 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 I'm just gonna call him Nick. Or expand the existing one. Or maybe both. Check out my public Patreon post. I usually talk about my ideas there. Everyone go check him out on Patreon. He deserves all the love and support. He really does. Star Battle. Wow. Whoever they are, that land person is good. He's got a perfect score on all the scoreboards. But you came here to play, right? Lucky for you that you have money left over. Okay, space to shoot. Okay. Space. Okay, this is just going on its own. Okay. Hey, it's cute. Hey.
Go, go, go.
I didn't know you could... By the way, this is made in Ren... Ooh. Hold on. That is loud. This is actually made in Ren'Py. If you can believe it. So, I didn't know you could do this kind of thing in Ren'Py. I can't get them. I wish it could move a little faster, but again, just a demo. Come on. Sorry if you hear my keyboard, it's mechanical. It is really cool to see what people have been able to figure out that you can do with Ren'Py. Alright. How did I lose the shield? Okay, we got this. I'm enjoying myself. Well, it's Python is what they use. It's the programming language for it. I know that much because I've heard Akabar talk about it a couple of times. I know a couple of, actually, people like G-Zone, Akabar, Nikra here is really good with it. Even Exus, with all the jokes I make breaking his game. I do not envy them because oh man, it's gotta be, it's so much work. I'll stop playing this, I swear it. Wonder if you can get to a boss. Someone pushes on your shoulder. The action is so hard that you're knocked off the controls long enough to lose your concentration. Inevitably, you lose. When you look around, you see only a very short girl. Wow, I've definitely tripled. Sorry, sir. Bitch. The girl sneaks through the people in the arcade. Who could it be? The arcade has the same atmosphere as always. It is, perhaps... Yep. Fuck that bitch. While you're there, you hear something. Did you hear that? Hear about the Nostromo? Onatia? The ship that disappeared? The same one. They say one of the salvage capsules was found. Wow. Probably. It doesn't go very far into it. Let's see. Try going to the Institute. The hallway continues to be in the same state. Go into the classroom. Eloise was one of my first... Really? Was it? The Eloise case was one of the first? Cool. It is one of my favorite series. I'm really happy to hear that he did another game. I've been watching his Patreon, and I got a heads up about this. Well, the site's not bad at all. You see some pretty girls in the classroom. You heard her name before. Ursula. You won't forget that name easily. Your classroom, everything is as usual. The class goes by without incident. You learn something interesting that you didn't know. When you look up, you see her. She walks in your direction. Her large and very notable cleavage is like a kind of beacon for your instincts, slowly winding you up. But as you look up, the beauty of her face makes your mind relax and enjoy the sight. Dark mane, with one of her front locks dyed blue. Blue eyes, cool gaze. Her figure is highlighted by a more than generous bust that dances playfully with every step. The torn jeans, the leather jacket, the spikes on the shoulder pads. The whole outfit gets your heart pumping happily. Nostromo? The Nostromo? What? Why did somebody say that? They said, oh God. You're aware of your own smile as you look into her face as she passes you. For a second, your gazes intertwine. In the old days, you would look away embarrassed, but not anymore. Now you don't feel the same shame as before. Life has punished you enough that you don't care much for what the other people think. You hold the look. She is, without a doubt, an extremely sexy woman. Ursula se para delante tuyo. What, you're falling asleep too? What? Wake up, the class is over. Oh, yeah, thank you. It's just that it started going a little downhill the last 40 minutes. Yeah, I totally understand you. I'm trying to do the Miko voice for her. My name's Anon. I'm Ursula. Bad one. I want to see her response to the first one. Indeed. I had to have figured out you'd know about children's movies. Who doesn't know them? That's true. Anyway. Hey. Thanks for giving me a heads up. I was falling asleep. No problem. But try to be more attentive. I don't want your snoring to break my concentration. I already have a hard enough time not falling asleep myself. Ah, ti tampoco te gusto la locución sobre Roma? What's the point? I don't want to do anything related to the history of Rome. What do you want to do? I want to write songs or play in a band. Hi, Miko. Wasn't on purpose. No, that wasn't Miko barking. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but my asshole parents don't want to pay for my music lessons if I don't get this graduation degree crap. I see. Well, maybe you can approach it from another angle. What do you mean? Maybe you can start jotting down ideas of what you experience here for your future songs, huh? Maybe the discomfort can be inspirational? Maybe I'm talking nonsense, right? Ursula stares at you and smiles. No, Anon, it's not nonsense. I'll think about it. But now I have to go. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow. Ursula turns around and walks away. You look at her ass as she leaves. The fabric tightly hugs every one of her curves. No one could deny that the jeans look great on her. But maybe the best part was seeing her smile. Is that it? Your bedroom. There's got to be more. Let's go to the restaurant. El clásico restaurante de comida rápida. Sausage, mustard, bread, and ketchup. Unbelievable. So much flavor with so few ingredients. Guess we can go back to the school. Let's go out in the hall. Alright, let's see if we have any more. The class, yep. Okay. Let's see. Ursula's in class. Her cleavage is one of the reasons you force yourself to come. It's like water in the desert. You look away, pretending to be distracted just as she's looking at you. You're just trying to be interesting. She walks toward you, and you force yourself to look at her in the eyes, even though you can see in the periphery how her huge boobs are bouncing with each of her breaths. Hey, Anon, how's it going? I guess good. Hey, I wanted to ask you about the composing thing. Do you have anything of your own? Have you composed any songs or anything? Well, I have a little something, but it's not finished. I'd love to hear it. Nah, it's just the lyrics. I've got the melody in my head, but without instruments, there's little I can do. I see. Still, I'm curious. Maybe in the future. Sounds good to me. What about you? What, Anon? What do you like? What do you mean? You know, I like music, and I want to compose. And you? What is it that you like? Well, nothing in particular. Really? Are you that simple? Bitch. Why not? Well, I think I look more mysterious that way. That's silly. Well, yeah. At least thanks to that, I've already got the hottest girl in class interested. Oh, I see. What do you see? That you're a dreamer, because only in dreams would I notice a guy who doesn't say anything about himself. Who tells you That you're the hottest girl in class? You're a little self-centered, aren't you? And you're a bit of a jerk, aren't you? Easy there. I was just pulling your leg. Would you feel better if I told you that you're indeed the sexiest? I'd feel better if you'd fuck off. Come on, don't be like that, Ursula. It's just that you were a bit rude before too, weren't you? Ursula is looking at you angry. Come on, let's wipe the slate clean. I didn't want you to get upset about that. I'm not self-centered, do you get it? Got it, asshole. Ursula turns around and walks away. Inevitably, you look at her ass again. We're not fucking hiding it. Even though you feel bad about her leaving like this, you can't help but be glad to see her walk away. She is overcompensating her to her. Yep. You got it. So what do you guys think of this game? Let's try resting. You waste some time in the room. Okay, I wanted to see if that actually changes anything. So I don't know how much is actually in this demo. The arcade has the same atmosphere as always. It is perhaps one of the... Yeah. I'm not going to play this again. Crap. No. This weekend at the arcade, it was the same thing. That short chick who holds the record to all the arcades, right? Yeah, she's gross. Plus, she's always hanging around with that bitchy smile. I don't know. I think she's cheating or something. No way. A few days ago, they put a new arcade, Star Battle. I saw with my own eyes how it reached the maximum score. I don't think anyone can break her record. Good night, Matt. Okay, let's try this again. You know what? Let's see if playing this game again does anything. I'm wondering if the more we play this, the more she ends up attacking us. I don't know if we'll have time tonight for, I think we should have time tonight for Loot Idol. We'll do a little bit more of this demo. Because I want to show off more of this demo, but we do have Loot Idol, and I don't know how long the demo is. But we may have to do a part 2 of the demo. Worst comes to worst. Yeah, I think if we hit a certain score, she does show up and do something to us. It might be that she just doesn't want anyone to get close to her score. We had a pretty high score before. I can't look at the chats. Sorry. Can you tell I really love arcade games? I used to love going to the arcade a lot. I actually wanted to get that Ninja Turtles arcade system when they made it. One day I will have an arcade system and it will be grand. It's such a silly thing to dream about having. This is true. Come on. We're getting better. Dang it again. Someone pushes you in the shoulder again. I was doing good. The action is so hard that you're knocked off the controls long enough to lose your concentration. You lose. Game over. When you look around, you see her again. Wow, I definitely tripped again. I'm sorry, sir. The girl runs off like a rat. Now you're starting to get angry. That's it. I'm going for that girl again. I know this is probably really boring to watch this part. But now I want to get my revenge on that chick.
Go, go, go.
I was getting my scar, dang it. My scar. She doesn't want anybody to beat her score. That's the whole point of that. Dang it! I was doing good. Come on! Controls, don't freeze up on me like that. The controls could use a little finesse. Come on, chat, we got this. Let's hear you guys cheer. It'd be cool to have power-ups. Come on. No, 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 no. Oof. Come on. See, how high did we get last time before she attacked us? Son of a... She pushes you on the shoulder again. The action is so hard that you're knocked off long enough to lose your concentration. You lose your game. When you look around, you see her again. Wow, I definitely tripped again. Sorry, sir. That girl runs off like a rat. Now you're starting to get angry. So I guess that's all you can do right now with her. Alright, let's do one more run on the, here. Well, well. You're the new student, aren't you? What? The one in the adult class, the one who joined late. Late? Wow, I had no idea. Nice to meet you. I'm Anon. I know exactly who you are. You should know that I don't mince my words, regardless of the age of my students. I'm here to teach, and that's what I'll do. Are you alright? What manners when you address me? Say Mr. Professor. Listen, man. I said Mr. Professor. Okay, Mr. Professor. That's right. Don't go looking for making trouble with me. Take education seriously and everything will be fine. Is that clear? Very clear. Very well, step aside. I'm in a hurry. The professor is walking away from you. You lose sight of him as you turn the corner of the hallway. He seems like a very peculiar person. What's wrong with that guy? The hallway continues. Okay, so we're going to do one more of the class, and we may have to see next time if this has any more. Your classroom, everything is as usual. That's a 10 class. Your classroom, everything as usual. I guess that's it? Hallway continues. Okay, so I think that's the end of this demo. Let's try the beach. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Leave. You enter the subway and feel a nervous mix of joy run through your body. The cleavage is unmistakable. Ursula is a few steps away from you, standing. The movement of the subway makes her tits jiggle playfully inside her top. You can see how other passengers are leering at her. Who would blame them? Since she got mad in class, you haven't spoken to her again. Maybe now would be a good time to try to talk to her. Hey, Ursula. Oh, it's you. Ursula is visibly upset. I wanted to apologize to you for the other day. Look, I know I might have gotten a little overboard. Forgive me? Well, I could have been nicer too. Well, yeah. Ursula glares at you with her eyes. Oh, I know. Do you like food at the If? The fast food restaurant? The same one? Yeah, sure. No more talk. I'll treat you to dinner there. What? No need for that, Anon. I insist. Are you sure? Of course. Ursula smiles. Her smile makes all the nervousness and unease disappear. Well seen, she's not just a bombshell woman with really big boobs. She's very pretty when she smiles. Are you okay? You were kind of stunned. Nah, I was just thinking about what to order. The subway stops right at the station close to the impulse food. The two of you chat on the way to the restaurant. The place is somewhat empty, at least more so than during the daytime hours. You approach the counter and look at the menu. Order whatever you want. Wow, that's generous. You don't need to invite me. Nonsense, it's the least I can do. That's fine, but then you order for both of us. What? Yes, order for both of us. Don't worry, I'll eat anything. Anything? The scene of Ursula eating a banana crosses your mind like a bolt of lightning. And by banana, everyone knows I mean a fat cock. What, you didn't think I'd say it? Probably yours. What are you thinking about? Nothing at all. Let's see. I'll order for both of us, and then you'll tell me if I got your taste right. Okay, let's see if you're as insightful as you appear to be. It's time to choose. What do you think Ursula will like? Banana. God, I knew it was going to be a moment before somebody would want me to say that. Banana. Why does everyone enjoy that? I feel like this one's a little too obvious. Cheeseburger with veggies? Never goes out of style. Who the fuck has cheeseburgers with veggies, you fucking monsters? Ursula takes off her jacket, revealing her tiny top. Her huge tits bounce uncontrollably with every movement. You make efforts not to stare directly and manage to sneak a few glances at them. You sit at one of the free tables, away from the few other customers. You ask her questions, try to follow the conversation, to ask more details, to let her let loose and relax. She talks about how important music is in society, of the message of the songs, of how it affects the heart rate and mood. Her enthusiasm is infectious. Damn it, show them tits, there you go. You know, it's been a long time since I've talked to someone like this. Wow, I'm flattered. You don't like to talk about yourself, do you? Not much. Why not? Because unlike you, I'm no one special. I read that as huge talents. I don't have talents or aspirations like you do. I don't have much to say. Is that how you see yourself? That's how I am. Well, whatever you think about yourself, I think you're a good guy. Thank you. It's late. I have to go home. Yeah, it is late. Thank you very much for the invitation. It is my pleasure. See you in class. Ursula's leaving. Watching her walk away is still quite a spectacle. She seems to like you. Oh, those kind of tops? Oof. I'm not giving a girl a secret out on how we keep those tops up. You're feeling like a lucky guy. Yeah, those are pretty common tops. I've seen them before. Your bedroom's quite comfortable. Now, for now, we're going to leave it here. Now, I will say when the game is out more in production, if Nikita does deserve. Wow, I think I'm going brain dead. Does decide was the word I was trying to say. To make more, I am totally going to play it because I do love his games with a burning passion. And we can see this is connected in some way to his Arkham series. Well, his Lovecraftian series. So that means this game is only going to get weirder. We'll have to find out next time. So let me see if Nerd is free. And we'll get a little bit of that in. If not, we'll do a special stream on Sunday. Sorry. My throat's been fucked lately.